Ascent of Mount Carmel, Spanish, Subida del Monte Carmelo, is a 16th-century spiritual treatise by Spanish Catholic mystic and poet Saint John of the Cross. The book is a systematic treatment of the ascetical life in pursuit of mystical union with Christ, giving advice and reporting on his own experience. Alongside another connected work by John, entitled The Dark Night, it details the so-called dark night of the soul, when the individual soul undergoes earthly and spiritual privations in search of union with God. These two works, together with John's The Living Flame of Love and the Spiritual Canticle, are regarded as some of the greatest works both in Christian mysticism and in the Spanish language. Written between 1578 and 1579 in Granada, Spain, after his escape from prison, the ascent is illustrated by a diagram of the process outlined in the text of the soul's progress to the summit of the metaphorical Mount Carmel where God is encountered. The work is divided into 3 sections and is set out as a commentary on 4 poetic stanzas by John on the subject of the dark night. John shows how the soul sets out to leave all worldly ties and appetites behind to achieve nothing less than transformation in God. Text of the poem. Considered to be his introductory work on mystical theology, this work begins with an allegorical poem. The rest of the text begins as a detailed explanation and interpretation of the poem, but after explaining the first 5 lines, John thereafter ignores the poem and writes a straightforward treatise on the 2 active nights of the soul. The poem is as follows. Influence. John's spiritual method of inner purgation along the negative way was an enormous influence on T.S. Eliot when he came to write the 4 quartets. John's poem contains these famous lines of self-abnegation leading to spiritual rebirth. References. John of the Cross, selected writings, translated and introduced by Kieran Kavanagh OCD. Preface by Ernest Larkin, O. Carm. Paulist Press ISBN 0-8091-2839X St. John of the Cross, 2006. Zimmerman, Benedict, ed. The Ascent of Mount Carmel. Tr. By David Lewis. Whitefish, Montana, Kessinger Publishing. ISBN 978 1-4286-1400. External links. The Ascent of Mount Carmel at Christian Classics Ethereal Library.